So I wanted to talk about the topic that came out during the Euro Football Championship. Um, a famous football player playing for England, Mason Mount, did a nice gesture by giving his jersey after the match to a random girl or a fan, and the crowd loved it. The crowd went wild. Yo, how how amazing of him! He gave his shirt to this young kid, and the young girl went crazy. Like what? Oh, she basically started crying from happiness and joy that she got this jersey from Mason Mount. And you might be thinking, well, that's amazing. That's good, right? There is nothing wrong with that, right? But you are taking for granted how we are organizing our society and how we are treating each other. Do you realize that she was so happy because she sees this Mason Mount, this football player, as someone more valuable than her? Do you realize that in the end, it's just a person giving a t-shirt to another person? So we're teaching our kids, even you can see um, kids take it on as well. We're teaching them to follow this materialism, to think that that jersey has some special value, and that person, that Mason Mount is somehow more valuable because he knows how to kick the ball into the net. Well, you might say something like, "Oh, you're looking way too much into it. It's a nice gesture to give someone something." Am I thinking too much about it, or are you taking it for granted? Because it's obvious to see that if you didn't give value to the jersey, if you didn't give value to the player, to a random person who you find valuable because of what he does, then obviously that gesture doesn't mean anything, and the girl wouldn't act in that way. So if you think that is fine and that is how it should be, then you don't realize that all people are worth the same, because worth is completely imaginary, it's completely projected. You project the worth onto something. There is no worth and value without the person. So either you have to realize that, or you have to realize, maybe you realize, okay, there is no value, we create the value, of course, but then you have to realize how much it goes really into our society, and how much we actually create the value, and how much we are stuck in believing into the value. It's one thing to create value, to create use for the value, but the other thing is to literally think that and feel like there is this value, there is someone who is more valuable than me, there is some things in reality which are more valuable. And of course the society won't change. That's fine, the society doesn't need to change, but the problem can be for you. If you think there is someone more valuable than you, if you think that there is this jersey, magical jersey that that will bring you happiness, uh, but you don't notice that it's just a material object, then you are going to be a slave to this game. You are going to be a slave to following what you think is valuable. I'm here for the truth. I'm not here for making you feel good or whatever, to confirm your beliefs, so you already have or something. Like, it's all going to be good, it's all fine. um I'm telling you, it can be an incredible problem for you to view some people as above yourself in any way, or because they're more influential and more famous or have more money or whatever. And also it goes for the material stuff as well, seeing this one t-shirt as more valuable because this player played it at this match. If you're inclined to think that way, you're always going to be a slave to the materialism. There will always be the stuff to chase. There will always be someone more famous that you obey and glorify as gods. Really, if I advise you to watch the video, and you'll see how the the young girl acts. How the young girl is going crazy. She's losing her mind because she got this jersey. She got this T-shirt, really, and she thinks that it has some meaning and value, and that's making her happy. But in the end, your mind is playing tricks with you. Your mind is projecting the meaning and the value, and that's why you get this feeling of happiness. Like, you might even realize that there is no value, that the jersey means nothing. It's just an artifact. It's just you create the meaning for you. But yeah, it's one thing to realize it intellectually. The other thing is to emotionally realize it, if you get what I mean. Like, if it's one thing to see, like, okay, Mason Mount is just a person like me and you and everyone else, but the other, it's a completely other story to actually meet him, because it's not the same. You If you meet the person you think is the most valuable emotionally, like Elon Musk or maybe Mason Mount or whatever you think is the most valuable, it will be a completely different story because you will glorify them. Oh, I want to take a photo with you. I want to get an autograph, or you will ask them tons of questions. Oh, I want to know about you. How? Because yeah, the mind is creating the illusion. And of course, I'm not against Mason Mount. I'm not against England. I'm not against football. I'm not against cheering for the football players, like being a fan. I have nothing against that. The problem, like I said, can only come when you get stuck in the stories you create. And to build on top of the other video I made about value, in the same way you can feel about a hot girl. Like, you see a hot girl and you glorify her. Oh, she is a solution for all of my problems. I'll finally be happy with her. Or maybe if you meet someone famous, or maybe you meet your boss, and because you view someone as above you because they have something you want for your survival. Your boss has more money, the hot girlfriend, um, you can reproduce with the hot girlfriend. Someone more influential and more famous, that you value that person because it's a social survival as well. There is tons of forms of survival. It doesn't just go into the physical survival. So yeah, until you can transcend the survival, you're always going to be a slave. And until you realize that it's a t-shirt, really, it's a jersey. It's a material thing. There is no meaning to it. There is no value to it, inherent value to it. The value is completely created by the society. Like, if it's the same with money. The What is money? Money is a piece of paper, or it can even be imaginary, like Bitcoin or something. Like, we create the value. If there wasn't a society, if there weren't people who created the value, that those things wouldn't have value. We create the value so we can survive better in this world, so we can see what is more valuable for us and our survival, which things will get us easier survival. And again, to repeat myself for the I don't know how many times, you don't need to stop having money and and disown money at all. Like, the money is just imaginary. Wake up, people. Stop using money. It doesn't have any worth. Like, no, you can still play the game, but you just have to realize that it is a game, and that the money doesn't have any value really. And that's it. I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. I hopefully explained everything I wanted to explain about the value in my other video I had. So yeah, that is my stance on the whole Mason Mount thing, and I think it's a good thing to realize. It's a good thing to these things happen, because we can then realize how we are being delusional. But yeah, that's it. If you like the video, like, comment, for the algorithm, of course, so I can get recommended to more people. Also subscribe because it helps the channel grow, but more importantly, for you, that you won't miss other videos when I'll be posting out. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.